got bit by a dog. It's hard to see, but I did. I got bit this past week.
Hello, Adam Ryan Donato.
Hello. Welcome back to another Hard Review, and I'm here to talk about the latest dog movie to be out in theaters. We have Strays. This is a R-rated comedy starring Will Ferrell and Jamie Foxx, where we have talking dogs, but they're cursing. They're saying fuck, and they're making sex jokes, and they're pooping everywhere. I told the lady as I walked out of this, I was like, this would be like my favorite movie if I was like 13, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think it's really interesting how the initial demographic for this movie, the intended demographic, would definitely be like adults, like 17 to whatever, probably males, because it's really crude and stupid humor, but no demographic will enjoy this movie more than boys 13 to 17 years old. We had such a great run of studio comedies with Will Ferrell in the 2000s. Those were movies that like I held near and dear to my heart and soul. Like, you still have me thinking that like The Land of the Lost is a fantastic movie. I'm sure it's not, but that was important to me, damn it. Will Ferrell certainly lost a step, but here he does a really good job. I mean, it's a voice acting performance, so there's not really much he can do. Jamie Foxx is a little bit better, but he's just a more talented actor anyways. I really like Randall Park in this. He plays like the big dog. Will Forte is also a standout here for me. He plays like the owner. So the whole deal of this movie is there's a dog who is owned by a shitty owner, and he's constantly trying to like get rid of him and abandon him, and finally he takes him a little bit too far, and he actually succeeds in abandoning him, and he tries to get back home to his owner, but once he meets up with other stray dogs who make him wise to the scenario that he is in, he decides he still wants to go home, but he wants to bite his dick off because he loves his dick so much. I wrote in my review how impressed I am with Phil Lord and Chris Miller over the past decade, because while they haven't directed any features since 22 Jump Street, they've been producing like mad. Like Mitchell's vs. the Machines is one of my favorite movies of 2021. I think the Lego Movie 2 was a very solid follow-up. I wish I could have seen what they would have done with the Han Solo movie. I think Cocaine Bear was a really, really fun live-action, animal, R-rated, raunchy, fun comedy, kind of in the same vein as this. And not to mention, both Spider-Verse movies are fantastic. I give them full credit for all of these projects. So while they may not be directing these, they're actively contributing to great movies coming out. I gotta believe that they wouldn't happen if they didn't make it happen. I can't wait for the next movie they're directing, Artemis. As for right now, I'm totally satisfied with their producing output. I didn't even really mind the Clone High reboot too much. Definitely succeeds. It's what it's trying to be. If you watch the trailer and you think that this type of thing is funny, then you'll be satisfied. There's a lot of cute dog stuff, but there's also a lot of like, oh, haha, dog said fuck. Oh my god, haha. That's all well and good. It's fun. Have some drinks, go out with your friends, have a loud, raucous time. There were people in my theater talking, and I was like, whatever, it's Strays, man. It's funny because there's a voiceover narration from Will Ferrell's main character at the beginning. It transitions to like more narrative where like we're watching scenes happen. He is speaking, like the dog is speaking, and they CGI his mouth. Like it's a real dog, but they make it look like he's speaking. I think they did a really good job with that. Once I get over the initial like, oh shoot, that's what's happening now. Okay. Once I was able to get past that, it worked very well for me. I recently was subjected to The Art of Racing in the Rain, which is a dog movie that came out in about 2019. I really didn't like it, and I'm just sick and tired of these dog movies. They're all the same. Every single one of them is exactly the same. It's just like, let's look at the normal, typical Christian family. Ma, pa got the dog and the kids, and we're good people. And the dog's going to experience the world, and we're going to watch it through his eyes, and he's so innocent. So, like, he doesn't understand certain things, but he understands them sometimes on a level that we don't understand them. And we could learn from the simplicity of the innocent thoughts of a dog. And it's so wholesome. He loves you so much, and he cares. And you're going to see what life is like for a dog. That's all fine. If you like these movies, that's great. But this movie kind of like makes fun of that. Like Josh Gad voices a character who is a dog, and he's like doing the narration. They go in a very comedic direction with that. So I really do enjoy how this movie's almost like a parody of movies like A Dog's Journey or A Dog's Purpose. They even name drop Marley and Me in there. The same vein as like Cocaine Bear, which I'll admit 5 stars is a little bit high, but I was just having a great time with that movie. It was just such a funny, dumb thing. Here, dogs do drugs in this one. They eat a bunch of mushrooms, and haha, dogs are on drugs. There's an animated part. Really fun movie if this is the type of movie that you think would be fun. If you don't think that an R-rated, raunchy dog comedy would be funny, then you certainly, this is not going to convince anybody to start liking the genre. But very much so in the same vein of like Good Boys. Like, it's funny that this movie is coming out around the same time that like the Meg 2, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are coming out. All movies that are like designed for 13 to 15 year olds. But hopefully your mom is cool and she takes you and your friends out to the multiplex to go watch Strays. Thank you guys so much for watching. watching this review. Like, comment, subscribe, and tell me what your favorite dog movie is. A live action dog movie. I don't know. I like Air Bud. I watched Babe recently. That's not a dog though, but that's a live action animal movie with talking. They're all the same.